Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Monday meditation. I have a little bit of music. I hope that it is not too distracting or goes over my voice. How do we come back to ourselves? So then the question also is, when do we leave ourselves? And part of this work of building a bridge back to ourselves, building awareness, knowing what it means to come back, knowing what it means to leave. When do we leave? When do we move out of the body? When do we move out of connection to what we're feeling? Right, these simple tools that we use, even orienting to the room, awareness of breath, awareness of body sensations, right, allows us to stay connected to what our experience is, this experience. Right, when we leave ourselves, we go into maybe a story, a past reflection, a projection forward. And even though we have an incredible capacity to hold the past, hold what is behind us, and hold what is in front of us in this moment, we still need to be in this moment. So just taking a moment, looking around your space. Right, part of it is, where am I? Is this room comfortable? Is it safe? Is anything happening in here that is distracting or triggering? Maybe even noticing the objects in the room and what meaning they have, what presence they have, what quality. Good. And maybe one hand on heart, one hand on belly, just feeling your body. Feeling the softness, the places that are softer or firmer, places that move forward into your hand or sink back under your hand. Right, feeling the difference between the belly and the rib cage. And what does it feel like to receive that touch? Right, we have so many nerve endings in our hands. We often talk about the 7 main chakras of the body, but there are also chakras in all of our joints. Right, and the hand has, I think, 33 joints. The foot has 33. I can't remember what the hand has, but it's close. So all of that energy, right? We are electromagnetic beings. So offering with our hands to our own body, right? This circuitry of offering and receiving, connecting the energy in your hand to your lungs and your heart, to your intestines, your belly, your womb, your organs. Noticing your breath. And allowing yourself to come more fully into this present moment. Notice what you need to do to get there. The sense of coming in, coming home. Close your eyes if you would like. Listen to the sound of your breath. Inhaling fully and slowly. Exhaling fully and slowly. Let's just take a few more breaths like that. Inhaling and exhale. Excuse me. letting your inhale flow right into your exhale, and your exhale flow right into your inhale. Now pause at the top of the inhale or at the bottom of the exhale. Just letting that, like the ocean rolling in and out. All right, sometimes we hold our breath, sometimes we get a little dizzy or woozy. Not necessarily from the breath, but from sometimes when we hold our breath, right? We're trying to almost slow down, maybe something coming in or a response that wants to come up, an emotion. Letting the breath be a way, again, to find your rhythm, to find your body rhythm. Maybe even play with just a little bit of movement, the sense of exhaling, little tiny bit of flexion, a bowing of the head, a rounding of the back, the sitting bones moving forward. And then the opposite, right? Ribs moving forward, head lifting, eyes lifting, sitting bones moving back. A little cat-cow, a little flexion and extension. Again, finding that rhythm of the breath. Inhale becomes exhale. Exhale becomes inhale. Soften your jaw. Slacken that jaw, letting the teeth separate. Feeling with your hands that movement in your body. And maybe listening if there's any kind of movement in the head or shoulders. Maybe a little sound to the breath. On the inhale and the exhale. Just a couple more. Right, the rhythm, the oscillation, the movement. Right, the movement of, right, respiration, of cellular respiration. The movement of, right, synapses or heartbeat or lymphatic flow or cerebral spinal fluid, maybe different rhythms, but still rhythms. And slowing that rhythm down, you can keep that rhythm. The earth is, right, moving around the sun. The earth is moving through the universe. Right, through our solar system, through our galaxy. Right, all in movement. Nothing is static. Nothing is still. Right, we are in an evolutionary process. And we're all going to experience that differently, but we all share the same emotions of grief, of sadness, of fear, of dreams, of hopes. I guess some of those aren't really emotions, but curiosity. Right, what is the emotion that you might be feeling right now? Maybe even just checking in with your body. Is there a tightness, a guarding? With this deepening of the breath, is there a possibility of different ways of moving? Again, that curiosity. Pleasure, desire. Does it feel good to move in your body? You can even take this forward and back movement, add a little lateral, almost like you're moving the ribs in a circle, side, front, side, back. Letting the head and the hips move as well. Again, it can be quite small, but still movement can be quite slow. Inquisitive, curious, really feeling into the movement of the joints and the tissues and the bones, the breath. Feeling your awareness connect to your breath, your thoughts connect to your awareness. Right, this convergence of movement, awareness, breath, thought. Maybe feeling. And then coming back to center. It's hard to stop moving for me. So notice how you feel. Right, part of coming back to ourselves is knowing that there's relationship, there's thought, there's connection to other people out there, but in this moment, there is our breath, our body, our center line, our center, the awareness of what pulls us away, relationships, beliefs, right, old beliefs, cultural beliefs, familial beliefs. Stay with your breath. Parting, coming back to ourselves is this coming back to not just our body and our breath, but what do we believe? What do we know, even more important than what we believe? Right, because the mind in some ways has been trained a certain way, for lack of a better word, from our community, our religions, our schools. Right, maybe there's a different quality, an intuition, connection to nature, beauty, art, music. Place of experience. Quality of growing. Right now it's raining for the first time in months. The sound of rain. That sense of nourishment. Right, watching the trees get a little brighter. Quietness. Right, what is happening in your immediate environment, your home, your room, the place where you feel yourself or you feel nourished. the sound of birds. I'm not hearing birds today because of the rain, but what is happening in your community around your house? Even in the nature around where you are, even if you cannot see it. Right? There is much wisdom from our body, from our natural world. Even the simplicity of rooting into the ground like a sunflower, right? Its root system moving down, its stalk growing up, and its big, beautiful head, sunflower head, towards the sky. Nourishment from the sun, from below. Not only receiving nourishment, but offering beauty, food for the birds. Oxygen. Let's take a couple more moments. If your hands have left your body, you can bring them back. Maybe let's actually bring left hand up onto your heart. Let's actually walk that left hand over. So feeling heart, kind of front shoulder, maybe even reach over and just holding that right front shoulder, upper arm, maybe that right hand across the left arm, holding that left upper arm. Just a little sense of holding, hugging, containing that presence across your chest. Sense of care. Maybe even, I wouldn't say protection, but this sense of guardianship. A sense of holding, containing yourself. Good. Maybe even taking a moment to let your head drop towards your heart. Imagining your heart, whether it's the actual organ or maybe color or breath. Even honoring if there's tightness or grief. Or compression or gripping or softness. Or something emerging. And then slowly lifting your head. Again, looking around your space and feeling this sense of guardianship, containment. Maybe it's a form of protection, but I always often think of protection as not pushing things out, but containing in. My center, my heart, my breath, my body, my emotions. You may talk about it as sovereignty, but it is also a place of coming home, back to our essence, so that we may then be present for ourselves, for others, for our community. That we need both connection and sovereignty, communion and sovereignty. When you're ready, good, either hands to heart or palms together. Again, just honoring this journey that we are on to become more of who we are. And in this place, again, of being present, for what is emerging, being surprised by what is emerging, and starting to come into this place of our dreams and our visions start to become the thing that moves us forward. Many blessings. Namaste.